Good morning, everyone. Quick rundown to get you all caught up. We got the oil spill taken care of at the storage unit. Also got us some heat in there and got the back wall painted. And then we went on our first bulk salt run with the new VBX 8000 and everything was going great, but we couldn't figure out why we were throwing one side up into the air and the other side down into the ground. And then the next morning, TQ figured out here that we're missing 2 bolts. And yeah, that's where we're at present day. All right, guys, pulling up here to Terry's. Gonna see if we can get those little nuts, I guess you could call them. Busy this morning, it looks like. Here, I was gonna have you put those in the truck.
What are these?
They're the plates to hold the snow deflector down.
Oh, okay.
I need to get these in the back though. Hopefully I don't think they'll fly out.
I'd probably put them. I'd probably just put them back up front there. Right there? Yeah. They're heavy enough.
They are pretty heavy. That one I'll put behind the door. And they had the knobs in stock. Thank goodness there's not a shortage on these.
No. Yeah, right there.
Well, it should be up there, right? So I gotta put it in and then lift it up.
Lift it up, yeah. There you go.
Okay. That's why I was making so much noise.
And the other one goes right underneath the pin.
Right up in here?
Yeah.
It's got it there. So from what he said, you can check these a lot, or you can Loctite them, or just replace them with bolts you can really ratchet down.
That pin in the way.
I just need to lift it.
Got some people here picking up their plows.
Can't get that to line up. Don't feel like it's going in, right? Alright, that should quiet it back down a little bit. We'll keep an eye on these though. Yeah, that one was already loose again. I'll probably Loctite them.
Okay.
This roll is cold. Alright guys, so Boss, all they had was a broadcast spreader, and I don't really want another one of those. We've had one of those. Trying to reduce how much we throw into the landscape beds and into the grass. So we're gonna see if they have a drop spreader here. All right guys, so I'm gonna have to talk really fast over this so it doesn't pick the music up playing in the background here at Home Depot. So they have a 22-inch Scott's drop spreader here, but it says it's for Scott Lawn Products only. I don't know if any of you guys have ever used one. I'm sure it would probably do okay. But before I make that decision, I'm going to put it here on the channel, and I'm also going to run down the Site 1 real quick. They are open, so we're going to swing over there real quick before they close. So we'll come right back. All right, so I saw the lime green cone, but I was thinking, man, this big old sign would be a little bit better to put out behind the trailers. Mowers ahead. I do like this bright green cone. All right, guys, so Site 1 didn't have anything. We're up here at Evans Supply now. They got this big boy, but that's a little too big for what we need. I don't even know if you could lift that in and out of the truck. Then they got some Chapman's, same thing we had, and a Salt Dog, but I don't want another broadcast spreader, so might have to order one offline.
Let's do it.
All right guys, we're back down here at the unit. Just gonna do a final cleaning on it and it'll be ready to go. Everybody did suggest us to kind of like stomp this stuff in. Guess I should have did that yesterday, huh? We did kind of walk through it.
Yeah.
Better not take this back in my truck.
I mean, I'm moving this. Look, there was a spot there.
Well, maybe it pulled it up, whatever it was. It didn't seem like it was anything like crazy. Guess we'll find out, huh?
Should just grab a blower and...
Alrighty.
Feel dry?
Oh, that's dry. It's dry.
Looks good.
Dry or frozen?
That yellow, You don't have that done yet?
Note to self, take it off when the paint is wet.
That's what he would say to me. You don't have that done yet? I think we should try to get him a before and after shot of before, like when before it was painted, because it's definitely night and day.
I agree.
There you go.
Boom, bada bing.
Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom.
Boom, bing, 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 bing.
All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get this swept out now. Make a little snow angel.
Right. Let's get all the trash and stuff out of our way real quick. Do we have a push broom here? You gonna bring a push broom? You good?
Yeah.
So it brought up quite a bit of it. I think it looks better than it did. It's definitely not wet. So even the stuff, we brushed it out here, it was not wet. We forgot a dustpan if you guys couldn't tell. Anyways, unit's nice and clean, nice and bright white. I'd store my stuff in it.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. Went ahead and cut off that dingy rope that was over here as well. Put another new piece of paracord on here, I guess you could say, with a hook there where they can pull it down. So yeah, buddy. Go ahead and close it up, TQ. This one is ready to rock and roll.
Well, we first need to take pictures of it so we can put it online. So.
Yep, already did that while you were in the truck.
Okay.
I'm quick. It's cold out here. All right, guys. So, snow has turned to rain, and the truck has turned into a mess. Oh, salt gets everywhere during an event. All right, guys, so Sunday morning, as you can see, it's raining and all of the snow is gone. So What we're gonna do real quick, if it's not too busy, is get the salt cleaned out of the VBX 8000. And I wanted to say that thing was phenomenal. We got the nuts taken care of, as you guys have already seen at this point. So yeah, let's get in here. This car wash isn't exactly the nicest anymore. It used to be okay, but yeah, it's a little ran down now, but it'll still spray stuff out. Always crank the heat all the way up, so whenever you get back in, it'll be nice and toasty. So the first thing we need to do is get all of these unlatched real quick so we can get the top off. And what I'm gonna actually do is leave this off for a little bit, because I'm gonna put the whole truck inside the garage, crank the heat, get it probably about a solid 65, 70 in there, and let it dry up some of that moisture. So that'll be good. Got some motion detector lights in here now. That's kind of cool. See if I can get that one off without having to climb up in there too many times. Yeah. So what I'm actually going to do with this is stick it in the floorboard. Well, I was going to stick it in the floorboard. I'm going to just put it in the truck here. Keep that there. Be good to go. All right. So I had tons of issues with this thing last time. We're just gonna use water. I had tons of issues getting the credit card thing to work last time. So I just grabbed a bunch of quarters. Sean Boy hooked me up. We'll put a couple more. Alright, so I'm not sure how much I put in there. Probably like $3 or $4. We're going all the way up with everything. Yeah, she's rolling now. Not much salt in here, but what is, we want to get out. But I just want to get that stainless steel chute cleaned out as best as possible.
I want to make clear, I do not recommend any of you standing above your auger like I'm doing here. If I didn't know this metal was strong enough and that I have that shield right below me above the auger going out, I would not be doing this at all. But knowing that they drop 4,000 pounds on top of these, yes, it does go through the grate. My 190 pounds isn't going to affect this thing. There's no flex in it whatsoever. It is extremely strong. But I highly suggest you to be safe and not do this whatsoever.
more than happy with that. Get down here and get the back side cleaned up pretty good. So the good thing about this car wash is they do have warm water. So that's really good. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here because I want to turn that auger and stuff off and open that up just to see how much I still have in there. A couple minutes of work. So we'll just hit the power button. I'm hoping you guys can still even see anything I'm doing. So I don't want to open that up while it's spinning. So just go ahead. Yeah, that was a good call. And I know some of you did see my 30-day tag was dead. I didn't notice, I totally forgot. We'll be getting that taken care of tomorrow. So we'll come up in here as well. Really wasn't much in there. Go ahead and spray off our little bit of salt. I'll put that all back together. I'm happy with that. Not gonna go crazy with it. It is raining. So what I am gonna do is turn the spinner and auger back on for a little bit, let it run. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on these bolts. I did want to pass along some information to you guys as well. So with these nuts here, it's very common for them to start working themselves loose, especially when you hit that vibration. But those nuts are like 11 bucks a piece, okay? You can buy those nuts online on Amazon, very similar to it. It's a 5 5/16 mel threaded bolt or whatever with a plastic nut, however you want to state it. You can get 5 of them. I think it was for like 12 bucks or 14 bucks. So if you're losing them consistently, definitely be a good idea to pick up some extras. I'm definitely going to order some extras just to keep in the truck, just in case. But we will be checking those every time we go on a run from now on, just because now we know. I will say, guys, these Fords, man, and these regular cabs, the heaters are insane. So I already phoned TQ. I said, get that Chevy out of my way because I'm coming on in hot. So Right there she is. All right, so I've been running the spinner spreader for about the last mile on the way back home here. Gonna go ahead and kill that. I just wanted to make sure anything that was bouncing down in there, just lodged up in there anywhere, would get out of my way. So that's the motto of today, get out of my way. So I'm not real sure if this is gonna fit or not, because when I tried it last time, it fit, but I didn't have the spinner on. Check the front real quick for me, babe. I might have to take that spinner off. Watch your head.
Yeah, you will.
So, not a big deal. We can get the spinner off real quick. Got it. I got my side disconnected. I just gotta do the electrical real quick. That off. Yeah, that's actually a good spot for it. So, I'll take that off real quick. And what's nice is they give you this little piece here to plug this right back in. Keeps it nice and dry. Keeps stuff from getting in there. Lighting's probably horrible for this. All right, now she'll fit. Alrighty then. I'm gonna get the tarp out here as well. I'll just lay it out on probably the hood. What I'm gonna do, I'll have to go kick the 220 on. That's all the way up. It's close, but it'll fit. You guys wanna see how snug it is? Drowned by the light. Look at that. Probably 2 inches. She's nicely tucked in here. Heater's on. I'm gonna crank it all the way up for right now. Let it drink some 220. And I'll come back out here. Right now it's 40, just under 40 degrees, about 38 degrees in here. I'm hoping to get it up probably about 70 in here. And let it do its thing drying this out. Oh yeah, I gotta get that tarp out. Believe it or not, I think the tarp actually dried sitting in the truck pretty good. So we're still just gonna hang it up here and let it do its thing. All right guys, so it's been running about an hour now and we're up probably about 55. So we came up about 17, 18 degrees, which I'm okay with that. And you know, just probably an hour, maybe a little bit over. So as you can see, we still got some more drying to do in here. There's still water droplets, but it's way, way better than what it was. And I can see some of the water already in here is leaving water spots. So I know it is working and it is drying. But I also do want to say we are snug like a bug in a rug in this mug, okay? So TQ and myself have been talking, guys, and you know, we've been wanting the, let me go in the house and get rearranged here, get at my desk, and I'll just go ahead and talk to you guys about it. All right guys, so I wanted to show you exactly what I'm going to be talking about. So this is our garage, this is our foyer, whatever you want to call it, walk-in storage area, mud room, all the above. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but what I want to call it is our expansion from the house. So I'm going to be looking into getting estimates about doing a really big garage slash add-on to the house. So we're wanting to expand the kitchen area and a few other little things, but mainly what we're talking about expanding is the garage. And we kind of have a new plan for it and a way that we think we can do it without having to go too far into the backyard where we get into problems like we ran into last year with the big garage that we're going to build out back to 30 by 50. Now what we are thinking is the exact same size, but right here possibly. Okay, so this garage as of right now is 20 foot wide. So we know we can go 30 foot and still be good with the property line and possibly do our expansion that we want to do right here with the kitchen. So with that being said, I'm going to get builders in here to get estimates about possibly doing a 30 foot wide and possibly 50 foot deep garage slash extension onto the house here. So it'll be like, it's almost the same concept. We do like having the mud room to keep our boots and all the mud and leaves and all that stuff out of the house. We can take it all off out there, hang our coats up and stuff. That's just a muddy room that's never looks really good. It's just, it is what it is. You know, we do lawn care, landscaping, snow removal. It's just a good room for what we do. We don't have the shop as of now or an area to like get changed or cleaned up in a shop. So we run it right here out of the house and keeping a small footprint and not really expanding on getting more debt or anything like that. We can add on to the house for relatively an okay price compared to spending $150,000, $200,000 on a shop. So we've been doing a lot of reflecting this year, hence last week why we went on a 5-day driving trip across the country. And a lot of that was just to kind of clear our minds and really focus on where we want to go with the business and what we want to do. So yeah, that's exactly what we're thinking. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. If you have any construction guys in our area, Stark County, Ohio, give us some recommendations, and we're looking for somebody good that can do good work.